Hi, I'm Iulia Iordanescu. I'm a freshman, just finished freshman year at UMass Amherst. I'm a data science major, and I live in Massachusetts.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Hung. I am a statistics major at Texas A&M University. I just finished my second year, so I'll be a junior next year.
So our research is on SGLT2I. It's a class of medications that was initially approved for type 2 diabetes, but unfortunately one of the downsides of it is that you could develop ketoacidosis, or so it is thought to. So our research is focusing on trying to understand if there is a potential that you could develop that ketoacidosis, if that's a real statistical significance or not. And also, I forgot to mention this, but SGLT2I has also been expanded to cover the treatment of chronic heart failure and also chronic kidney disease as well.
And our aims and goals of the project is to figure out three things. One, to determine if continued use of the sodium glucose cotransporter inhibitors is associated with an increased risk of diabetic ketoacidosis, if they're associated with an extended hospital length of stay and associated with an increased 30-day inpatient readmission rates. We're looking kind of to see those associations, but we prefer that they wouldn't be associated with an increase, because if they were associated with an increase, then that would mean we couldn't use the sodium glucose cotransporter inhibitors. And so, yes, that would be really good for the community if we could find that there was no association. So that's kind of our hypothesis for this project.
So yeah, I guess our conclusions from what Evie just said for our hypotheses is that our cohort is kind of small. The important part here is this number, that the number of people who used the SGLT2I during the hospital visit is very small. So it's hard to say anything conclusive about these aims, specifically about whether or not SGLT2I use in the hospital is associated with increased DKA rates. We did not find a significant association between readmission rate or length of stay in this study, but to be completely sure, because our confidence intervals are quite wide because of that small number, we would want to replicate the study in the future with a larger data set, potentially leave out some of the exclusion factors that we had incorporated initially, and also try to maybe understand if there's any predictors for developing ketoacidosis.
So my experience was really great because I had come into this program not really knowing what biostatistics was, and just seeing it being applied to all these different projects, such as the one we have right here, and like sleep and like frustration, like all of that was pretty cool to see. So I had a great time, and I learned a lot about like data analysis and logistic regression, and just accessing like data from like big data sets such as like TriNetX or All of Us, which are like national databases. And I also got to get to know like a lot of the people here, and it's great to have like friends that I might potentially see in the future, because some of them live in Texas, but they're kind of from all over. So it's nice to be able to be exposed to like, I guess, different cultures, different people, and yeah, different ways of living.
I feel like the word transformative doesn't truly capture how much sentiment I have for this program. I genuinely feel like it's changed my life almost in terms of career-wise. I didn't even expect to be considering doing a career in biostatistics, but after this program, I feel like it's definitely something I want to consider. And like Evie said, I wasn't actually, I think, aware of really what biostatistics covers. But I think the most rewarding part about this experience is taking the step back and looking at your project and seeing how it impacts people in real life. There are very often times our PI would come talk to us and tell us about patients who were admitted in hospital and developed ketoacidosis and were on this medication, and to see that we could actually, contribute to like them being able to have a better, improved quality of life, because this does impact a large number of people nationally, even globally actually. So I think it was amazing, and I would definitely do it again.